One evening, a man named Michael Beltran arrives at Shirley's house to pick her up for a babysitting job. After giving her instructions, Michael and his wife Gail leave to have dinner with their friends. While babysitting, Shirley checks out the loan she can get to study at her dream college. After having dinner, Michael and his wife walk back to their car. Michael wants to hang out a little bit longer, but his wife is worried about the kids and forces Michael to return home. After they return home, Michael goes to drop Shirley home. But since Shirley hasn't eaten anything, Michael takes her to a burger shop. While talking, Shirley shows a growing interest in Michael and asks him how he met his wife. Michael is surprised by this, but he still tells her about the day he first met his wife. Shirley is intrigued by the story and tells Michael that boys her age aren't mature enough, which is why she doesn't have a boyfriend. Afterwards, Michael takes Shirley to the same place he earlier wanted to hang out with his wife. But since the police come there, Shirley and Michael hide in a nearby abandoned house. The two feel a strange attraction to each other and eventually end up kissing each other. But Michael later regrets his actions and promises Shirley that this will never happen again. But since this was Shirley's first kiss, she just can forget the night. On top of that, she is developing a crush on Michael. Even Michael can't seem to forget about Shirley, as she gave him something that is missing from his married life. One evening, the two eventually bump into each other at a shop. Michael is there with his family, while Shirley is with her friends. Michael's wife asks Shirley if she would babysit again on Thursday. Shirley instantly agrees as she wants to make love to Michael. Once they are done, Michael pays her money, after which he drops her home. The next day at school, Melissa, one of Shirley's friends, asks Shirley how much money she made babysitting. When Shirley reveals that she made $200, Melissa figures out that there is something else going on and asks Shirley what else did she do other than babysitting. Although Shirley denies doing anything, Melissa realizes that Shirley made love to Michael. One day, Jerry, Michael's friend, also learns about Michael and Shirley. He promises Michael that he will not tell his wife anything only if he finds her a babysitter as well. So Michael asks Shirley if any of her friends are willing to babysit, to which Shirley says yes. She then sends Melissa to babysit at Jerry's house. While driving Melissa back home, Jerry makes the advances and the two end up making love. Afterwards, Shirley asks Melissa to give her a 20% commission, as she was the one who helped her with the deal. So Melissa reluctantly gives her the commission. One night, Shirley and Melissa go to a friend's party. Melissa is enjoying herself, but Shirley isn't. When Melissa asks her what happened, Shirley reveals that Jerry told two of his friends about them, and now those two are also looking for babysitters. Shirley has agreed to meet one of them, but since Melissa will already be busy with Jerry, they still need one more babysitter. So they decide to ask their naive friend Brenda if she is willing to babysit. Afterwards, Scott, Brenda's brother, approaches Shirley and tries to flirt with her, as he had a crush on her for a very long time. He then attempts to kiss her, but it turns out to be rather awkward. Later that night, Michael sneaks into Shirley's room as he wants to make love to her. Meanwhile, Brenda goes with Jerry's friend to a secluded place. Jerry's friend then makes the advances, but Brenda stops him and has no idea what's going on. It seems that Shirley and Melissa didn't tell Brenda what was expected of her while babysitting. Jerry's friend is stunned by this and tells Brenda that she is pure and perfect. He tells her to take a picture of herself and look at it every day, and never change. Brenda is impressed by him and decides to get intimate with him. Afterwards, Shirley and Melissa go to check on Brenda. Although Brenda was initially angry at them for lying to her, she changes her mind and is now open to more babysitting jobs. The three of them continue to babysit as much as they can and earn lots of money. Because of this, Shirley has not been able to give much time to Michael lately. One evening while having dinner with some friends, Michael learns that they have the same babysitter, Shirley. On top of that, Shirley has even made a business card of her own to expand her babysitting business. So Michael goes to talk to Shirley and expresses that he doesn't want her to babysit for anyone else other than him. But Shirley is in no mood to listen to him and instead blames him for igniting the fire. Had he not given her the money that day, Shirley wouldn't have gotten the idea of turning babysitting into a business. She also reveals that her price is going up from $200 to $300, so she won't be stopping anytime soon. One day, Brenda invites her younger stepsister Nadine into the group and sends her to babysit in her place. Shirley gets shocked when she learns about this, but she nonetheless accepts her into the group and takes her 20% commission. But since Nadine doesn't want to give the commission, she decides to start her own competing business behind Shirley's back, because of which Shirley starts to lose customers. So one day after school, Shirley and Melissa confront Brenda about whether she is hiding anything from them. But since Brenda denies knowing anything, Shirley asks her to search Nadine's room and see if Nadine is really doing business behind her back. Brenda reports back that she found nothing, but it turns out that she is working with Nadine. So later that evening, Shirley and Melissa break into the school to check Nadine's locker with Michael on watch. Unfortunately, they don't find anything. To avoid attracting suspicion, they decide to destroy everything at school. The next day at school, a mandatory assembly is called since everything was destroyed. Before the assembly, Shirley calls all the girls to the band room to discuss the issues. Shirley warns Nadine and the other girls to stop going behind her back or else she will make them pay. She also makes it very clear that they all need to give her 20% of all their cuts. After dismissing them, Melissa tells Shirley that Jerry's cabin will be available for the weekend. So she and all the other girls will be going under make-believe of a school trip. As for the men, they will be there on a business trip, including Michael. Jerry has arranged some drugs for the party, because of which everyone gets high. When Michael sees Shirley with another man, he gets upset. So Shirley goes after him and tries to make him happy. Meanwhile, Jerry can't stop thinking about Brenda, as he thinks that she is naive and innocent. So he goes to see Brenda, who, however, is not feeling well and just wants to return home. But Jerry desperately wants to get intimate, despite her insisting that she is not feeling well. But when Brenda starts crying, Jerry gets back to his senses and leaves. Brenda is traumatized by the night's incident and decides to stop babysitting. So the next day at school, she informs Shirley that she wants to quit, as this isn't who she is. Shirley agrees as she doesn't want to force anyone. However, Melissa fears that Brenda may reveal their secret to everyone. Shirley dismisses her and tells her that she is just getting paranoid. One evening, some men attack Scott and threaten him to tell Brenda to keep her mouth shut. When Shirley learns about this, she realizes that Melissa is behind this and warns her to stop going after Brenda. Meanwhile, Michael and Gail start arguing about the growing distance between them. Gail thinks that Michael is pushing himself away from her, but Michael argues that she is the one who is losing interest in him. Frustrated, Michael goes to see Shirley and tells her that they should run away together and start a new life. But Shirley tells him that she has no feelings for him and that this is just business for her. Later, she tries to contact Brenda, but Scott tells her that Brenda doesn't want to talk to her. He also informs her that Nadine is babysitting. Shirley gets furious about this and calls Melissa, who is with Jerry. The three of them then go to the place where Nadine might be. Jerry then drags Nadine out of the car and attacks the man who she was with. Shirley and Melissa then threaten to throw Nadine off a building but lose grip of her. Jerry comes there in time and saves Nadine from falling. When Shirley sees the face of the man who Nadine was with, she is horrified to discover that the man is her own father. Shirley breaks down and starts crying, realizing the damage she has done. After a couple of weeks, Shirley returns to her normal life and has stopped offering babysitting services. On her way home, she sees Michael celebrating his son's birthday with his family. The two make eye contact for a while, after which Shirley walks away, knowing that their relationship is over and that she alone is responsible for the sins she has committed. Shirley says through a voiceover that although things didn't turn out the way she expected, this was a unique moment in otherwise ordinary life.
Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.